they arrived there late. That has a meaning, which I don't want to get into. It says they arrived there late, and they saw Abu Abdullah Hussain has already been martyred. And what they started to do is that they started chanting the slogan, Ya la Tharat al-Hussain. And they will keep doing that until the day that this actually materializes. What does this mean? Sometimes, thar, we have that in Ziyarat Ashura, it was just recited beautifully. We call Abu Abdullah al-Hussain Tharullah. Ever wonder what that means? I don't know what exactly it's been translated. I haven't seen the English translations of Mafatih al-Jannah or other dua books that have tried to translate this. In some of the languages, including in Farsi, sometimes they translate that as the blood of God. Tharullah, they translate thar as blood. That's not a very accurate translation. What it means is thar of a person is the person or the people who are trying to take revenge for an oppression that has taken place upon someone that they have some form of relationship with. Okay. So if I were to be chanting, or if I would want to stand and rise up and try to take revenge against the enemies of the AhlulBayt, the enemies of Imam Husayn, those who created the atrocities in Karbala that we know, and I would want to try to go against them, bring them to justice, I would be the thar of Abu Abdullah Hussain. Sometimes, instead of saying that a person is the thar of, let's say, Imam Hussain, they say Tharullah, for example, meaning that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that will be taking revenge for Imam Hussain. So we have this in Ziyarat Ashura. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that's going to be taking revenge for Imam Hussain, what happened to Imam Hussain. But whenever we attribute anything to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when you say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a thought, or you say Imam Hussain is Tharullah, in other words, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to be taking revenge, that doesn't mean, as we've seen in history, that somehow supernaturally some angel is sent and sets, let's say, Yazid on fire. It doesn't happen like that. He doesn't send an angel to set Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad on fire, for example, or to bring him to justice in one way or the other. Many times when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says He does things, He does it through the believers. We have this in the Holy Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that He punishes the disbelievers with the hands of the believers, with the authority and the power of the believers. So Tharullah didn't mean and doesn't mean that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to supernaturally take revenge. It means through the believers. This is important. We're going to see how that's going to be very important. So this is a slogan that is chanted. We say this with regards to, as we say in Ziyarat Ashura, we say Imam Husayn is Tharullah. We explain what that means. Also in that ziyarah, what we ask him is, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we say in a couple of passages of the ziyarah, وَأَنْ يَرْزُقَنِي طَلَبَ ثَارِكَ مَعَ إِمَامٍ مَنْصُورٍ. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this passage, oh Allah, and we're addressing Imam Husayn. So we ask Allah, addressing Imam Husayn, we ask Allah that He give us the blessing of being able to be of those who will be seeking revenge of yours, مَعَ إِمَامٍ مَنْصُورٍ, with the Imam that will be receiving divine help and support, the Imam of our time,
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
We're asking in this ziyarah, Ya Allah, I want to be of those that seek to revenge the blood of Imam Husayn. This is important. What does this mean? We are taught this, to repeat this. The hadith of Ziyarat Ashura tells us that it is very much recommended to recite Ziyarat Ashura on a daily basis.